So now I will be speaking in English. We are little bit late, but let's start. So Sanskrit, we are here to understand Sanskrit. What is Sanskrit? Why we should study Sanskrit? Why Shastra tell us to speak and read Sanskrit, and why personally we should speak and learn this language. So here I'm going to tell you some facts about Sanskrit language. So in the beginning, I will tell you the meaning of Sanskrit. There are some words in Vyakarana and some sutras which we use to make this word Sanskrit. And when we make this word Sanskrit, we get the meaning that the perfect or the perfection. So now let us understand what does perfect means. Perfect means that there is no need of improvement or growth. So there is no need in the language. If we go in any country, the language is same, no difference. But if we compare it to other language like English, there are so many kind of English we can understand that there is American English, British English, Indian English. So the accent to speak is different, but Sanskrit is can be spoken everywhere in the same accent and in the same way. There is no difference, and the meaning is also same for every word. So that is why we are here to know more about Sanskrit. And when we compare it with other language, the most popular language is English. So we will compare a little bit. So our comparison is only to understand the importance and the richness of this language, not for any bad comparison, but just to show you the richness of this language. That ancient times when Guru used to uh, teach their shishyas, so the shishyas, they used to learn from their Guru. The Guru used to speak and they used to hear. So that was the only process. So we can see that in this process, the perfection is needed. Why? Because when Guru is saying something, it should be very perfect. Nothing should be silent. Nothing should be different type of pronunciation. Like when we say but, when we say but, and when we write put, but we don't say but, we say but. So in writing and speaking, the language is same. That is why the Sanskrit is very scientific language, and NASA and all the big organization, they have declared that this is the most ancient language and this is the most beautiful language. And not only this language gives us the scientific reason to learn us, but this language also gives us the good character, good behavior, good habits. You will never find any Sanskrit student, whether he is anywhere in this world, you won't find him drinking alcohol or eating non-vegetarian food or speaking any abusive language. They are they have developed so good character, and all fortune they have got because they have learned this language, Sanskrit. So this is why we are here. Also, this is the mother of all languages. We can see that we have the words in so many words in Sanskrit, and they are similar with other languages. We have the word matri, it becomes mother. We have the shabd bhratri, it becomes brother. And geometry becomes geometry, trigonometry becomes trigonometry. In this way, we have so many words. I am just giving few words because they are popular words. Trigonometry, geometry, and these words are very popular. And school we learn all these methods in school. That's why I am giving this example. Otherwise, the normal words are in thousands, which are similar to Sanskrit language. So it is also proved that all the languages came from this. Just like we all are humans, and we our father is different. There, everyone's father is different. But ultimately, when we reach to the top, we understand that we came from the God. Bhagavan is the source from we have came. So in this way, Sanskrit is the language from which all other language came to existence. Also, I want to tell you that it is not a language only for worshipping, but in all the parts of life and in all the parts we have mathematics, we have shastras on mathematics, we have shastras on politics, we have shastras on archery, we have shastras on defense, we have shastras on reasoning, logic to improve the. We have shastras on Ayurveda, medicine. So in this way, we have so many. We have shastras on atomic theories, Vaisheshik Darshana. We have shastras on Rasayana Shastra, which is chemistry. So we have shastras in every field, and they are so scientific. The first surgery was successfully done by an Indian doctor, an Ayurvedic doctor. So this is and we have the oldest heritage. This language speaks everything about our heritage and what we can get by learning this language. So now also I will tell you that how perfect this language is. As I have already told you that I have given you the example of but put the perfection of the Sanskrita. Also how the sentence is also perfect. Just like if I say in Sanskrita, I am, sorry, if I say in Sanskrita, aham abhayah asmi, it means I am Abhay. So now if I say aham abhaya asmi, the meaning is same. If I just transfer the words and the arrangement of the words, if I change the order of the words, if I change it and if I say abhayah aham asmi, also the meaning is same. If I say asmi aham abhaya, meaning is same. So if I change the order of the words, still the meaning is same. But I am giving you the example again in English. If I say I am Abhay, now if I change the order, am I Abhay, the meaning is changed. Now it becomes a question. So how scientific this language is and how perfect this language is, we can understand. So, and there are so many reasons, there are so many things to tell you, but still we have the time issue. So we cannot tell you everything, but we are just giving you the brief knowledge about this Sanskrit. Also, now I have told you what is Sanskrita and its richness. Now I will tell you why we should learn this language. So, why Shastra tells us, why Shastra, according to Shastra, why we should learn this language. So, Bhagavan Patanjali told us, he wrote that for 5 reasons we must learn this language. The first reason is to preserve. If we have got something from our ancestors, we must preserve it. This is our duty. This is how a good son behave, that whatever he has got from his family and ancestor, he keep them alive, he keep them safe. So it is our duty to protect it. So first, to protect our Shastras, to protect our Dharma, to protect. Also, here I want to clear that only the Sanatan Dharma is so rich that Raksha means Raksha. To preserve doesn't mean that to attack on some anybody other like languages or on their religion. That attack on their religion. This is not our philosophy. Our philosophy is to live peacefully and just to preserve what we have got. So Raksha doesn't mean, because when we see the war, when the war happens, Raksha means to protect and to kill. Kill the enemy and protect ourselves. But the Sanskrita here, the Raksha means that is study and protect. It doesn't mean to kill any other language or any other kind of things. So first reason is to preserve. The second reason is uha. It means modification. I can modify. If I just learn one word, and with the help of that one word, I can modify thousands of lakhs of words. This is the beauty. Just like I say Vishnave Namaha, I can say Krishnaya Namaha, Vasudevaya Namaha, Shivaya Namaha. In this way, I can modify, I can create lakhs of words. So second reason is to modification and to explore. And with this explore, so much we have explored that now in the Sanskrit dictionary, more than 102 Arab and 88 crores, more than that we have words. And the beauty is that we don't need any dictionary to understand their meaning. If we perfectly learn the language, we can automatically understand the meaning of the word without taking the help of dictionary. So this is the reason we should learn Sanskrita. Third reason he gave, that Agama. Agama means Vedas. Agama means they came from directly from Bhagavan. So Shiksha, Kalpa, Nirukta, Vyakarana, Chanda, Jyotish. These 6 are the branches of Vedas. So we can keep them alive at least. That somebody is there to protect them. And from Vedas, whatever we find, all the Shastras, they are the explanations of Vedas. First, Veda came, and then Maharshi, then Bhagavan Vyasadeva, he wrote it. It was already present, but it was not in the book. So he wrote it. And to explain that it is difficult to understand Vedas, He wrote Upanishads, Brahmanas, Aranyakas, and in this way. And then he thought still it is difficult to understand Upanishads also. He wrote Puranas. And also he thought that if everything is difficult, let me write one more. And he wrote Mahabharata, where everything is explained with a story, so that anybody can understand, even a child can understand Shastras. So to protect Agama and to understand Agama, to understand our literature, we must study this language. Fourth reason, he gave a Labhu. Labhu means the translation. That if we read a Sanskrit shloka or verse, we must understand its translation without help of any book. Why it is needed? Because whoever translated that shloka, he is a human. He may have different thinking, so he can manipulate the essence of that shloka. You can see in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Shri Krishna himself told that I have given this knowledge to Vivaswan, the Surya Deva. But with time, people manipulated, and they, with their own interpretations, they impure this language, impure this knowledge. So I am telling you this. So when we understand the translation without looking at the book, just looking at the shloka, if we understand the translation, we can understand the author's mentality. That with what mentality he has translated, it is good for our health, or it is good for the health of our dharma, or it is against. So in this way, it is very important. So he said for Labhu, so that we can translate by our own. So we should learn this language. Fifth reason he gave, he said asandeha, because we are human, we have so many doubts. So to clear those doubts, we must learn this language, so that we can read Shastras, and in Shastra every solution is there. Even it is said that whatever exists in this world, it is already mentioned in Mahabharata literature. And whatever and if something is not mentioned there, it doesn't exist. Everything is mentioned. So in this way, I have told you that why we should learn Sanskrita according to Shastra, why we should learn this language. Now I have a personal point of view, that why I should learn this, what benefit I would get. What benefit I would get by learning this language. Because we have discussed that according to Shastra, what we are doing, we are preserving. So it is a benefit for Shastras and everything. But on our own, what benefit we get by learning this language? So I will come on that point now, that personally why we should learn this language. So first of all, we should learn this language because it actually helps us to stay healthy. You see, by speaking this language, I will recite a shloka, and you will understand that how beautifully the tongue works. There is a shloka in Niti Shastra, so here I am speaking. Yasmacha yena cha yatha cha yada cha yaccha yavach yatra cha ashubham atma karma tasmacha tena cha tatha cha tada cha taccha tavach tatra cha vidhatri vashadupaiti. So in this way, you can see how tongue is vibrating in our mouth, and how it, so this tongue itself activates our nervous system in our body. So we save ourselves from many diseases like paralysis. Also by learning this language, one of my friend, when I was in Mathura, he came to learn Sanskrita. He was from foreign, so he was not familiar with the Hindi language or with Sanskrita, but he was so depressed, and so he had no peace of mind. So he told me that in London he went somewhere where he found an organization there. So there they took him some money, and what they did, um, they gave him some recordings of Swasti Vacham, some Vishnu Sahasranam. So he was not aware that it is already available on YouTube. It is free of cost. So my point of view is that this actually helps us to get out from depression. Nowadays we see the people are so depressed, they have lack of determination, but by learning this language and by studying Shastra, we can come out of depression, and we can overcome our problem of lack of determination. Also, our nervous system gets activated, so by that help, we get saved from so many diseases. Also, on personal, it sharpens our memory that you can't even imagine that how much.
Can you tell the 5 reasons again?
Yeah, I will tell you. First one is to preserve. Second reason is to modification, to modify. Third reason is to understand the agama nicely. It means to understand the literature, Sanskrit literature, easily. Fourth reason is for translation. Why it is needed? So that our dependency on the author becomes zero, and we can understand the mentality of author. That is he spreading good in the society or bad? And the last reason is asandeha, means no doubt.
Thank you.
Yeah. So again, I'll come to the point that why personally we should learn this language. So I have already told you that it activates our nervous system, it sharpens our memory, it gives us the good health. We can come out from any problem, whether depression, lack of determination. We get that strength to fight with everything. Also, it is very beneficial for children to learn this language. As I already told, that they have very sharp mind, and what with this language we are giving them so much. The biggest and the most beautiful gift if we can give to the children, because after 100 or 200 years, if we will not learn this language, and if 200 years after, you can see still the situation nowadays, people are in so much depression. That why? Because most of us have forgotten our roots. To stand, we need a base. We cannot stand on water. We cannot stand on air. We need a solid base to stand. So to live a life, we need a strong base. If you see the example of a tree, it doesn't matter how tall a tree is. If the roots are not strong, just a little bit air can break and can make him fall to the ground. So in this way, we can understand that how we get the benefit. So I was telling you that if the 200 or 300 year after, if the generation will ask that what you have given us, you see there are so many rich people, they are committing suicide and everything. Why? They have everything. Why? Because they don't have peace of mind. Their fathers, their family, they didn't give them what they got from their family, what they got from their ancestors, the culture, the tradition, the language, which helps them to connect with their roots. So in this way, we can see that it is very, and also the most beautiful thing that if you teach this, even if we learn or if we teach this language to any our child, or so we can see, you will never find a Sanskrit student in the world. They never do any kind of intoxication, meat eating. They are vegetarian. They never use abusive language. They are very uh, cautious when they speak. That we should not. It is ukti that priya vakya pradanena sarve tushanti jantavaha. That by just speaking pleasing words, we can please everyone in this world. So we should not speak harsh words and bad words and abusive words. Never we should use them. So you will always find that the Sanskrit language is not just giving us the knowledge, but also a great character. And if we teach this language to our children, it becomes very, very easy. And you have given something so great to your children and the next generation that they will be ever grateful for that. Also, personally, I will tell you that I have a family, and also I have another family of Sanskrita Jagata. So you can see that so much love I have got from this Sanskrita family, that they have become the part of my family, even where some of them were not in contact, and some were not, but years after they contact and um, ask everything, and it feels like family, and we never forget each other. So the strongest relationship we can make is in this world of Sanskrit only, where there is no selfishness. We are all serving people selflessly, and we are helping each other. So we also get a great family with this language. So it is a benediction that this language is giving us so much, a family, the sanskaras, the good behavior, a good character, the knowledge, everything we are getting just by learning this language. And also, if I tell you the spiritual benefit, there is no end of this language, because everything, whether it is Ayurveda, whether it is Bhakti Yoga, whether it is Hatha Yoga, Jnana Yoga, everything, every part, it is written in Sanskrit. So just by learning, we can enter into any field. We become, it is a gate. It is said that Vyakaran, this Sanskrit language is the mouth, and it is a gate to enter into a world where there is so many things are available. You should know that Ayurveda is well known for medicines. No, there is no comparison of Ayurveda. Similarly, there is no comparison of any field related to the Vedic knowledge. It is so pure that there is no comparison. So in this way, I have told you that yeah. So if we teach to the children also, we can understand that side by side, whatever they want to do in their life, if side by side they learn this language, they always have an option and a career. They are also having and learning, and they can make a career in this language. In India, there are so many branches in teaching. They can get a job, whether it is in other countries. There are so many universities. They can become professors in the language because the competition level is like very less. So in this way, there is also good future and career also available. Then we should not think that economically or financially we will not be able to stable, and what will be the future. The financial future is also bright in this language by learning this language. So here we are to preserve this, because a culture, a tradition, language, everything, they can only stay alive if they are in our nature or in our behavior. If we are not behaving, then it is not um, in inside. So this here I will end my talk, and I will tell you that now we have started to teach this language, and truth is should be the base of everything. So we should, because truth is the first name after Om. The second name of Bhagwan or God is truth. He is the truth, the ultimate truth. So truth should be the base. So here I want to tell you that we have told you that we are going to teach you, and in 1 year you are going to speak Sanskrit fluently. But I must tell you that you can learn more than that according to your capacity. And also, I want to tell you that if you have very less knowledge, if you don't even know the uh, alphabets of Sanskrita, then it will take little bit time, but we will proceed according to your capacity. So it may take some more month to reach on that level, but we will definitely reach there. And so for that, we just want to start as soon as possible, because so many participants are interested and they have already told us that to start this as soon as possible. So we just want to start this. So it is my request that here now we are going to show you on the screen some details. You can see here on details, we have Sanskrit course. So you can contact me on WhatsApp, or you can also call me. And here you have some details. Please fill those details so that we can, because till now we only know your numbers. We don't even know the names. So age, name, we need your name. Also, if someone else or your family members also going to learn, then please also write their name also, and your age, because it is very important to keep you with those who are with your same age, because the memory mostly with their same, you know, the capacity of memory is very similar in for similar age. Not all, but mostly. So for that, to create new batches, we need that. And also the country, because you can see the time difference between the countries. So we will have to schedule according to that. So please let us know your country and city. And also, if you have some previous knowledge of Sanskrita, if you have if you can pronounce the Sanskrit words, or if you have done any course in Sanskrita, anything, whatever previous knowledge you have, and if you don't have any knowledge, then also there is no problem. We will help you to understand. And then the preferred time of class, I have told you that because there is a difference in the country times, so country time, so we need your preferred timings because you may so preferred time. Also, language, if you cannot understand Hindi, we will be doing teaching in English also, and our process would slowly from English we will move on to Sanskrit. So that language. So it will take some time. So the same thing we will do with the Hindi speaking participants. Slowly we will take them to Sanskrit. So when the thought process will become, so when the thought process becomes different, and the thought language also, if it gets changed, then definitely the result you will be shocked when you will get those results. So in this way, you can let us know the details so that we can. So you can send us the details, and we will then soon start the new batches. So that would be very nice. So thank you very much for patiently listening.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu, for such informative class.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charu. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you very much for patiently listening.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.